Hey guys, it's Jay. So I was waiting for my radiator to kind of like not be obnoxious. 'Cause I know that has to annoy you guys when you come to my videos, but I've already explained this about my radiator. But anywho, um, it's I don't normally do videos this late, but just sitting here and thinking about this situation, you know me, something happens, I always give my opinion on things, and this is no different. Um, So basically, what's been going on, what's been blowing up all over Twitter and things like in social media, is a radio station in Toronto wanted to play K-pop for about an hour every day, and which is to me a great idea. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any other radio station that's playing K-pop at all besides the occasional BTS song, but that's it. So the idea is cool, and they said they wanted to, shed light on bigger groups and smaller groups. The idea to me is fantastic. Have no issues, but the thing is, after I guess getting a lot of comments and a lot of people having their opinions on it, they decided to dead the whole idea. And why it's come out to say it because armies were, let me rephrase that, some, because you have to reiterate that because everyone would think you're talking about all of them when I know it's not the case and they know it's not the case, but you got to reiterate that for some people. So some armies were very upset because the radio station would be playing people other than BTS, and it has sparked this whole debate. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, some of the armies feel that, you know, why should basically this station, or not the station, but why should, these other groups kind of ride on BTS's coattails, or quote unquote, as they called it, get a free ride and things like that. So yeah. So I guess for you new fans, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson. So sit down, get your pencils and your paper, and get the writing the notes. Okay. So back in like the mid to late 2000s, there was an artist by the name of Rain. You may not know who he is. If you watch the unit, then you know who he is. But for old ass K-pop fans like myself, Rain was a huge deal back then, like a huge deal. He was one of the biggest solo artists in K-pop, right? So he went from just being known in, Korea and all over Asia, and then, like I said, the late to mid to late 2000s, he had an opportunity to do acting in America. So he was in two films. He was in Speed Racer, which was a live action adaptation of I would kind of call, is it an anime? Or it's not really cartoon-ish. It's more like anime. So yeah, so it's like of an anime called Speed Racer, which is a anime that I grew up on because the anime is pretty old. So yeah, something I grew up on. And they made a live action adaptation of it. So he was in that. And then he was also in another movie called Ninja Assassin, where he was the main character. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's like the only, K-pop actor, if you want to call it, to actually have a lead role in a movie. So, hey, big up to him. And I've seen the movie like God knows how many times. But yeah, so it was a big deal. Oh yeah, so yeah. Before I continue, you want to hear like rattling and things like that? My house was not about to blow up. It's just my radiator, I promise. But I'll continue. But yeah, so yeah, and then so after that, he was winning awards. He won an MTV Movie Award. He was also what you want to call it? He was on Time's 100 influential people of what, 2007? I think 2007. I think. Oh yeah, basically like Rain was that first person to like kind of open the door for people to in K-pop to make moves in America. So I might have my timelines a little off, but I think after that was the Wonder Girls, and the Wonder Girls was the first group to have a song on the Hot 100 with their song Nobody. They were on daytime television. They had their own movie on Teen Nick, things like that. And then let's see, who was after that? After Wonder Girls. Wonder Girls. I'm trying to think if it was Girls' Generation then Boa or Boa then Girls. It might have been Girls' Generation then Boa. I think so. So yeah, after that, Girls' Generation had the boys. The boys, they did the English version for the boys and it debuted in America. And they were the first K-pop group to be on late night television because they were on David Letterman. Now, David Letterman was kind of like, you know how like you have Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and James Corden and stuff like that. Back then, you had David Letterman and Jay Leno. So, Girls' Generation was on David Letterman, which was a big deal. And it was also on Regis and Kelly, which was one of like the biggest daytime talk shows in America, right? So it was a big deal for them. And then after that, Boa came to America and she had her album in America. And I think after that might have been when Gangnam Style blew up, right? And then even after that, there's people that have like that's done stuff in America. I know it's like mostly smaller groups and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to think on top of my head, but like I know Spica, they have released a single in America. Crayon Pop, they opened up for Lady Gaga. Oh yeah, and to add on to Wonder Girls, yes, Wonder Girls had opened up for Jonas Brothers at that time when they came out with Nobody. So you know what I'm saying. So that's a big fucking deal. It's a big fucking deal. I think JYJ, they had their song A Girl, which is not one of my favorite JYJ songs, but they had Kanye West on the song. Whether you like the song or not, they had Kanye fucking West on their song. Your argument is valid after that. Like they had Kanye, of all people, they had Kanye West on their song. Okay, yeah, so we'll continue. So yeah, so like, you know what I'm saying? And then of course we have BTS. And I mean, there's probably other people I'm forgetting on top of my head. Oh yeah, 21, they were signed to Capitol Records, and they had, I Am the Best on the radio, and they had it in like multiple commercials and things like that. Like, just recently, I think the show Lucifer, which already had CL's Hello Bitches on the show. They might have been Hello Bitches on the show, and then they also had Shiny's Lucifer on the show Lucifer. I don't watch the show, but I just happened to see a clip of them playing Lucifer on the show and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? You see BTS, they're winning awards, they're performing on the AMAs, they're having their songs on the radio, and not just the Mic Drop remix, but I've heard them play like other songs of BTS on the radio in various cities in the States. You know what I'm saying? They are now nominated for an iHeart Award, and I think they also won a Teen Choice Award. So they're making moves, but it's just BTS would be the only group to kind of take it further than most people, you know what I'm saying? Because they've worked with, the Chainsmokers, they worked with Steve Aoki. It's possible that they're going to be working with Zed, you know what I'm saying? They've worked with Designer, you know what I'm saying? And there's like they're getting attention for, they're grabbing a lot of attention and things like that, which is awesome. They just recently did something with Vogue, you know what I'm saying? So you get my point. So it's like they're not the first group to make moves in America, and they surely will not be the last. They won't be the last. Now, I love BTS to death. I've been a fan since their debut, and I'm very proud of them. And I'm glad that, everyone doesn't necessarily have to make songs in English. I'm fine with them sticking with just making songs in Korean. I'm completely fine with that concept, and I just also read that it's possible that BTS might get a gold record or something. I'm not sure that's 100% true though, but you know, if it is, that would be amazing. But I don't understand why armies are so angry and so, you know, just wanting to just be so, you know, secluded to just them. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't the radio station play other groups? Like, it's not like they won't play BTS. They'll play BTS and other people. I just don't understand why people were so angry about it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every, whether it's a solo artist or group, has should have the same chance, the same shot as anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't just be them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's about time that, you know, other groups, you know, make a name, because, you know, I feel like people treat K-pop as a novelty and not like it's like an actual genre of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, you know what I'm saying, when some people who isn't into K-pop, you hear K-pop, they think of it as a joke, or just like, oh, it's just everything is so like bubblegum and fluffy pillows and shit. Like, that's not what it is. Like, it is an actual genre of music, and they have variation of sounds and concepts and just, you know, different things like that. When it comes to K-pop, it's not just all bright and colorful and, you know, girls that look like porcelain dolls and dudes that look like they came out of no, like, that's just only a small portion of what K-pop has to offer. And I'm glad that people like Rain and Wonder Girls and BTS and Girls' Generation and BoA and people even after them that are going to make their way there, because I know they're not going to be the only, you know, BTS is not going to be the end all be all. There's going to be other groups after them that are going to make their names known in America. I'm glad that they're showing people that we are artists too, and it's not just a novelty. It's not just a game. You know what I'm saying? It's not just some cute shit. Like, we're artists too. You know what I'm saying? We have shit to bring to the table. You know, but I feel like it's very selfish, and the fact that people are really, some of these armies are really out here thinking that, talking about BTS paved the way, when that is an absolute, that's a lie. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. People really need to do their research. They really need to do their research. Absolutely. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I love BTS to death. And my issue's not even with BTS, but it's definitely with, lately, the past few years, how the fandom has become. And it's become chaotic and toxic. And the thing that makes it so sad is that it's not even the whole fandom. It's just a group of y'all that do the absolute most, and y'all don't realize you're making your entire fandom look bad, because there are people who don't want to listen to BTS because of how some of you people act. And I'm not even going to say everyone that does this are like 13, no, because there are adults that do some of this shit too. And it's just, at the end of the day, y'all should just know better. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm like beating a dead horse, because people just don't listen. People are like stuck in their ways and things like that. But I just find it absolutely comical that they feel that BTS paved the way, when that's not true. And they're not going to be the only group to do things in America. They're not. Like, I feel like some of these fans are just stuck in a delusion. It's very comic to me. It's very comical. It's very comical. It is. You know, I don't know. I definitely feel like I said before, every group or anyone in K-pop should have the same opportunity to make themselves known in America. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's not even just K-pop, whether it be like acting, whether it be, well, it's not K-pop, but you know what I'm saying, like in entertainment, whether it be sports, whether it be whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone should have a fair chance. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be just secluded to one group of people. And, you know, I honestly feel like, just like I said, those select people that are, you know, always ready to whip out their pitchforks and their tiki torches and go on a witch hunt for people if they aren't, if they go against the grain, and they, they're not riding with the majority or anything like that. I feel like it's unnecessary. It's very unnecessary. It's just like, I don't see the point in doing it. Like I said, maybe because I'm older. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost 30 years old. I'm getting closer to 30 years old. So maybe I have that mentality, is that I am a grown ass woman. And for me, I don't see the point of me going on social media and just spending like a whole 2 hours just, threatening people and doing all this extra stuff. I don't see the point in that. I don't. But I just want to, I'm just wondering when they will get it. And it's not even just armies. I feel like it's any fandom that has a group of people that are just doing unnecessary shit, and it's just making the fandom look bad. Those people, y'all need to get it together. Everyone else, y'all cool with me. But just the ones that just always so hell bent, it's just like, it's us against y'all type shit. It shouldn't have to be that way. It really shouldn't. But yeah, so I mean, it's unfortunate that the radio station isn't going to do it. And now I feel like other people aren't going to want to do the same thing, because they're probably going to be, a issue and things like that, which, it's sad. It's really sad. It shouldn't have to be that way. But, it is what it is. But yeah, anywho, I'm going to get out of here. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.